Well, good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure to be back. George Morgan here at your service. It's PSGL, it's Wednesday night, it's Spain tonight as well. Lots on the table, lots of battling. The title contest is still alive and kicking. And Jack, it's only taken us 10 rounds. We're on the 11th. It's all to play for.
Piedmont goes on the inside and takes the lead on the final lap of the race. Now it's side by side between Piedmont and Runner, but Piedmont's got the inside.
Here in this phenomenal race, Cameron Dowd looking to take P2 in his very first PSGL F1 PC race. Incredible to say the least. You see that Putin's still lead. 1.5 seconds. DRS is the name.
A very good evening and welcome on this Tuesday night when we are live with the first race of the PSGL Constructor Championships number 2, when we are driving on the Autodromo Lago Maggiore West with the GT4s. And you mind asking who is going to be driving today? Well, let's see. We have a spotter's guide ready for you. Qualifying is 5 minutes long and the settings are as following. The tire wear is on 1, the fuel is on 0, and there is no fuel in the car, so it's 0. Let's see, in the qualifying everybody is going out as expected, and only FedEx is the turn guy in the qualifying road right now. So are there any expected like winner stay? And chat already a certain amount of people that are driving. Do we have any favorites for this season? One of my favorite drivers to be honest here is Avengers Catfish. He's a well-known driver. He used to be driving for the Lamborghini side of Sport. I don't know if he's still driving on that though. But today he's driving in another Italian car, the Ferrari. See, we're going to the first lap, not quite yet, almost halfway gone. With CRG, Jamie is going to be the first one to set a lap time after his out. The white quality is way too low over here. I'm going to try and fix that with putting the gameplay a bit lower so everybody can hear me a bit better. CRG Jamie going into the first corner. Let's see how it goes. Quite well. Oh, we see there HR Racing Green going wide over the curb, smashing it up into the grass. He stays on tracks though, and maybe he can get a good lap time. Everybody going into the slipstream. The gap is a little bit too big for the slipstream right now, but the Aston Martin V8 is a bit faster on the straight than the Subaru. So it might be a little bit of an advantage for Solid Ninja Snake. CRG Jamie going into the Banky Boy. At least that's what it's called in the GT community as far as I know. And as far as it goes, he's doing pretty good, only it looks like HR Racing Green is a bit faster in the 650S. He is getting the toe of Solid Ninja Snake right now. And also in the back we see some slipstreaming going on, especially between these guys. The outplayed guys, People X and Somi are doing quite well with the Toyota, I think it is, yeah. But let's look at the first lap times being set. CRG Jamie coming into the last corner. Is he going to go wide or is he going to cut the track? He is not, so it's going to be quite a clean lap. What is it going to be? Is it going to be 27 or 28? It's going to be a 27.999, and here comes the fastest lap. HR Green being faster by 8/10 of a second, and R4M Tyler coming into second, but OP Somi is going to take it. And now the provisional pole position is by OP Fred X with 1:26.486. And then we go with the other times. We see times coming in from everybody, but not a pole position time yet. The times are close. The times between P1 and P2 are at least 85 thousandths of a second. Pretty close in these conditions with different cars, and well, it's not a big track, but still 1.5 minutes is a long time for. I'm gonna try and put my mic audio a bit like closer to my face and the gameplay sound a bit lower. Maybe just turn my head a bit into the mic. That's gonna work maybe. We are looking at Fred X, who is doing his second qualifying lap now. Everybody can do just 5 minutes qualifying. It's gonna be like a thing, 3 laps for everybody. Oh, Fred X going faster by 12/10 of a second, going into the last sector. Is he gonna be faster than his time that he has already, or is HR Green maybe the one who's gonna go faster as well? He is going into the last corner, and it's going to be the first man to set a second lap. It's going to be a 26.7. It's not fast enough. What is everybody else going to do? Are we going to see improvements? Not yet. OP Fred X is not going to be faster as well. We only 2/10 slower than his last lap. And we have Ambassador 21 who's going faster and into third place only with a 20 thousandths of a second to P4 OP Somi. And we also see Jut and Go going fast, but not going into the top 8. The same is for LR33. And everybody is now on his last lap. And we see purple times going into the second sector by R4M Tyler. Going into the banky boy, he has a good slip from OP Somi, the guy standing in front of him in P4. Maybe they can help each other going up into the first row of the race, and also behind them, like the guys in P1 and P6 it is. Yeah, OP P-Box and OP Fred X are helping themselves quite well. 1.5 quicker right now into the last sector. Can he complete this lead lap? Can he go into the first row? Or are there any other people going onto the first row? Is OP Fred safe for pole position? We don't know yet. And everybody comes over the line right now. HR Racing Green, no improvement. How is it for the other guys? OM Ambassador, nothing yet. And then we see CRG Jamie coming up. We see different names coming. R4M Tyler is going up to 4th place. People X is also faster, but doesn't gain a place by his faster lap. Going into P7. Melvin going up to P8. Catfish in P9. Jut and Go going to P10. And we see 27.8 for the other guys. Gonna take a quick look at the standings. OP Fred X on pole position together with OP Somi and HR Racing Green on the podium as well. 2 Toyotas on the front row. Looks to be the quicker car, but the difference between all the other cars are quite low. R4M Tyler on the 4th place, Ori Ambassador on the 5th place, OP P-Box and OP Pepitox are all on the 6th and 7th row, with AMS Melvin closing out the top 8. P9 for VQS Catfish, and then P10 for Jut and Go, P11 for CRG Jamie, 12 for GTS92 Javi F, 13 for Solid Ninja Snake, 14 for Fred Dude, and last but not least, XLL33 is in 15th place. Let's go to the race. We're gonna do a 41 lap race. It's gonna be like a bit more than an hour, I think. We're gonna use the hards, the mediums, the softs, intermediates, and the wets are also available. But you can also see in the screen that the mandatory tires are the hards and mediums. They have to be used all at once, of course. But they have to be used in the race. With the H and the hard and the medium tires, all have to be used for a minimum of 11 laps, which is the same as like 25% of the lap. With all that, we're going into the race. Let's the race is gonna begin shortly. So hold on to your seats and let's go for the first race of this Constructor Championship. And we see the Toyotas on pole right now. It's a bit dark, it's looking a bit wet, but is it gonna rain though? We don't know yet. The lights are going on. It's 4 lights, it's 5 lights, and we are off. And it's a good start by everybody except for HR Racing Green, who's falling back with his 650S. The McLaren is not quite good on the start, but we do see him on the inside. Can he make a position? We see Ori Ambassador in 5th place going up places. Somi into 3rd place. And we see, I thought he had a bad start, but it looks like he has a mild, it's a decent start by HR Racing Green. I thought he was falling back into the field, but he's currently still sitting P3. Well, we're going side by side racing on the place like 6th, 7th. AMS Melvin still in 8th place, getting chased by CRG Jamie and Vanquish Catfish. Vanquish Catfish going outside of the track right there. Looking at the drivers, oh, we see also Jut and Go. Oh, he's lifting a bit. He's saving. Ooh, what's happening? I think that's a bit of a connection issue with Vanquish Catfish, who's flying through the field right now. And Already Ambassador is down to 6th place, and we see HR Racing Green has taken 2nd place in the race. Oh, he goes wide, and that means Obisomi can go up the inside. Is he gonna do it? Yes, into the final sector. Obisomi is gonna go into the inside, and also Peapox was looking at it to go onto 3rd place, but he thought better of it and just stuck behind on 4th place. Is he gonna go up the inside in the last corner? With the Porsche Cayman going up against the 650S McLaren. And we already lost one driver. Vanquish Catfish is out of the race, and all for him entirely is having a 1 second penalty. It's going to be detrimental to his race because he's going to lose a couple positions because of the penalty going into the penalty burn zone, because everybody is still so close to each other. OP FredX is is currently in the lead with 5/10 of a second. Somi P2, HR Racing Green P3. It's like the same as we started. P-Box is now on P4. He was P5 in the qualifying, if I believe it's correct. And then we go to our front Tyler. How many positions is he gonna lose with his 1 second penalty? I guess about 3. We see the whole field stacking up against him, behind him. We see it like AMS Melvin in the background. Is he gonna go past? Yeah, he is. And then we see 9th and 10. Where is he gonna end up? He's gonna finish just in the 8th place, side by side, going with Jut and Go. Is he gonna make it? Yes, I think he just about kept it on 9th place. So he lost about 4 positions with his 1 second penalty, but still is driving out. Of course, he's driving his a fastest sector, but that's just because it's the second lap of the race. And there we see side by side action between Peapox and Racing Green. Racing Green is not having the best time of his life, being in his OP and outplayed esports sandwich, but he is holding his own. And his teammate with the McLaren, Ori Ambassador, is coming to help him. Everybody's still in the same place as they were the lap before. Let's see, nobody is fighting at the moment. Everybody is currently on the same strategy. I think we're gonna look at it after the first pit stop. We're gonna look at the pit stop, like the how do you say it? Are the people on softs? Are the people on mediums? We don't know yet. FredX is still in the lead by 6 or 5 tenths. Somi is quietly getting along in the slipstream, driving purple sectors. The fastest lap, by the way, is speed driven by Ori Ambassador, who's really pushing up the field and is now going up the inside of outplayed Peapox. Is he going to make it? Yes, in the inside. Now Peapox has a run with the slipstream. Can he go up to 4th place? I don't think so. Cayman doesn't really have the power, but behind we see AMS Melvin getting really close to Peapox. Is he gonna go up the inside into the last sector? Looks like he lost a bit of speed going into the fast right-hander, but he's on the inside right here, and let's go to move. Ooh, they tap each other, but still goes side by side, and OP Peapox stays in 6th place. the front of the field, it's Fred X who has Somi behind him with only 3:10. Somi's gonna drive the fast lap of the race, I think. Yes, 28.8 I wanted to say, but then Ore Ambassador in 4th place comes up with a 28.7. And everybody still goes in quite this good, like, same line, just and goes still in 10th place. Oh, and we see somebody else. Who is it? It's OP Somi going from 2nd place into 4th place. Getting a bump by PBX. What happened over there? We're gonna look at the replay. We see him going into turn 2. Does he get a tap of HR Racing Green? It doesn't look like, just a bit too much on throttle, I think. And then he just slides away and loses 2 positions. And gets a bump here from his teammate of Outplayed. And now he is still in 4th position. Back to the front of the field, HR Racing Green going up to 2nd place, and now it is the 2 McLarens hunting each other, like hunting the P1, and it's AMS Melvin catching up with Pepitox. Is he going for his 6th place? Yes, he is going to make it. Up the inside. Does he make the move stick? It looks like. In the last sector, Pepitox was looking for a switchback, but it didn't work out that well for him. And so Melvin moves up to 6th place in the race. Maybe he can catch the front of the field. Everybody just doing the same laps. Everybody is on the racing hard tire as it seems. Oh, and we see somebody going up. Who was it? I think it was maybe a Laxback, or I'm seeing Ghost right now. HR Racing Green putting the pressure on OP Fredex. Gap only 0.5 of a second. He can't drive away just yet. And also the battle behind here is close. Ooh, OP Somi going a bit wide, touching the grass. Almost going into another slip, another turnaround in the slips P-box. Can he go by his teammate, or is he gonna bump draft him? Let's look on his nose cam. Going faster than his personal best at the moment, but that's common with the slipstream that he's going to have. Oh, we see HR Racing Green going really close on Fred X. Is he going to make a pass for it in this 2nd sector? He's getting close with 2.5 tenths to go. Going into the 5th lap of the race. Is he gonna make it? I don't think he is far enough. Going with the fastest lap at the moment. Staying right behind him in the last sector. Ooh, gets a bit wide. Just about perfect, I would say. And Fredex is riding that curb. Maybe he gets a penalty from that. Maybe a track limit, but I don't know. Doesn't look like it. And HR Racing Green can follow quite good in the slips. Ooh, makes a bit of a mistake here and goes wide. Loses a bit of time, and that means that Ambassador can get up close again behind on P3 on the same gap. And there's a bigger gap between P3 and P4. The top 3 are running away right now because Somi has made another little bit of mistake and has gone into P4 with AMS Melvin having a track limit 1 second penalty on his tail, and he's gonna have to serve it within this lap, I think, at the end of the straight. Yes, that's gonna be the case, and I think it's gonna lose like 2 or 3 laps, the same as R4M Tyler did a couple laps ago. Going out of the racing line, or is he gonna stay here? He is gonna stay here, and let's see. He's going from P6 to P7, P8, and P9 is also coming. CRG Jamie is on the Subaru. Yes, there he is. And AMS Melvin gets set back to P9 after his 1 second penalty. Oh, how about this? HR Racing Green has overtaken Fred X for the lead, and is now in P1 with Fred X trying to take back the pole like the first position, but Ore Ambassador is also thinking about it. Can he go for the move? It doesn't look like it, so we're gonna quickly look at the last sector here, and when this is done, we're gonna look for the move that has changed the lead of the race. Nice little sector from OP Fredex, quite on the tail. Let's see what he can do with the cockpit cam. Going into turn 1, the 650 has a grand, has a big pull, and can he go side by side? He doesn't go for it. No, he stays behind. So let's actually look at what happened with the slips. HR Racing Green had a great run up into the Banky Boy. It was already past him before the braking zone even started, and that means he is now in the lead of the race. With Ore Ambassador getting close as well. He's having a good slipstream. The Toyota 68 doesn't really have the grounded top speed of the McLarens. And you see our Ambassador, maybe it's a teamwork. Is he going to get the slipstream to his Colombian teammate? It doesn't look like HR Racing Green is doing that. But our Ambassador puts it up the inside on the Banky Boy. Are they going side by side? And they are going side by side and pushes OP FredX a bit wide. And so with that move, takes P2 in the race. But with all this fighting, it means that OP Somi is getting back in the race, only 3/10 behind FredX. So we got the question in chat how this replay system is working. So if you have a keyboard connected to your PlayStation, you just press the Z button, that saves the replay. And if you press V, I think it's V. Yeah, if you press V, you get the longest replay. So it's 20 seconds, I think, or 15 seconds. If you press C, you get 10 seconds of replay, and if you press X, you get the last 5 seconds of replay. So that's how the replay system is working in this game. Number 1 and 2, HR Racing Green and Ore Ambassador are running away with this race. They are currently going slipstreaming with each other into the distance. The difference between FredX and Ambassador is now over a second. And you can see in the slipstream, like Ambassador is just running away, getting gains 2/10, 3/10 on only this main straight alone. If guys have other questions about anything about the game or the race, just ask the question. I'm keeping an eye on the chat, so I can try and answer it as well as I can. What's going on behind here in P6, P7? Everybody's going straight for AMS. Melvin has gained a place because CRG Jamie has fallen off to 8th place. Has lost 2 positions, maybe because of a penalty, we don't quite know yet. And we also see that the left front tire is getting a bit of a hit with the tire damage, tire degradation, almost at 50%, or maybe at 50%. I'm not that good with my eyesight, to be honest. And Jet and Go is going for the move. Maybe he has the Ferrari. It goes quite fast in the straight. Is he gonna go for the move? He thinks about it, but is gonna stay behind for the moment and try to gain with the slipstream. More fighting is going on behind these people. Pepitox going in the slipstream with R4M Tyler. R4M Tyler, who has made some positions. Pepitox I thought he was going to do a bit better, to be honest, but we still don't know how the race is going to turn out. He's going up to the inside lane for the Banky Boy. No, he's going to stay behind R4M Tyler, outbreaks himself slightly, but it doesn't matter. But Petox now in this slipstream, and can he go for that 5th place? Or can he go for the 6th place? That's what it is. Sorry. Doesn't look like the Cayman has enough top speed to go for the move. Going back to the front of the field, HR Racing Green and Ambassador are still running away. The gap between the following cars, or the outplayed guys, is now 1.5 seconds, almost 1.5 seconds. And these cars are working together as well. So it's quite interesting to see that the McLaren is in race pace so much, not so much faster, but still quite a bit faster on the on single lap pace than the 68 was. On P6, the P6 is trying to get past R4M Tyler. He wants to get to his buddies on the P4 to P5. Trying everything, going for the inside-out move into the chicane, but it didn't work. So now he has to try and get it into the Banky Boy, into turn, let's see what turn it is. Turn 7 of the race. Alpha and Tyler still in P6. Pepito is looking around, trying to see what move he can make on Alpha and Tyler, but the Aston Martin just has so much top speed, he just can't get past. He's just running away in the slipstream. He needs some help from Alpha and Tyler himself, like maybe one of an outbraking or just pitting, anything that helps. Racing, the gap is getting bigger and bigger. It's now 1.6 seconds. They're getting 2/10 a lap on the guys behind. We're just working together. We're gonna see, like, are they bump drafting or are they racing? Yeah, it looks like they're bump drafting. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Bump drafting each other to drive away as fast as they can. Ooh, with the bump draft, HR Green didn't expect that, I think. And now our ambassador is going for the move. Can he make the switch back into turn 4? No, he doesn't. That means that the outplay guys can get a bit closer. But even with the fighting, the difference doesn't get down a lot. And there we go, our ambassador going for the lead in a race. The same move as a Racing Green has pulled on Fred, going up the inside of the Banky Boy and racing together, going up to P1 and P2, but still the gap stays quite large with 1.6 seconds. Is Racing Green gonna come back at him? Into the cockpit cam, he doesn't look like he has the top speed right here. Going into the last sector, he's getting close to the bumper of Ambassador, but he doesn't touch him quite well. And stays in P2. So how are Arthur and Tyler and Pepito's going? They're still racing together. When we see that P-Box has made a mistake and he has lost the group in front of him. He's now on his own and has no slipstream at all. That means that Arthur and Tyler is coming to hunting for him. The gap is now 1.3 seconds and we're gonna keep a close eye on it. Indeed, the pit window is open. Everybody has to drive a minimum of 11 laps on the hard tires. And currently we're in lap 12, so that means that we are going to see some pit stops right now. I guess so, because everybody wants to leave the hard tires as quickly as they can. HR Racing Green and one or ambassador still going at it, and the gap is now 1.8 seconds between the outplayed guys. How about Somi and P-Box getting a bit closer. Oh, and we see a mistake there. Who is it? We saw... I think it... Yeah, it was AMS Melvin who made a mistake, I think. Let's take a look at what happened over there. Did he go wide into the Banky Boy? I think a bit too much throttle on the exit and went into the gravel. And it means you're going to lose a lot of speed and lose a lot of positions. Well, unfortunately for him, it was only one because CRG Jamie is now right on his tail. But he's still driving in 9th place. Are we going inside? Yes, we are. We see our ambassador HR Racing Green going in for the hard tires. I'm going to switch to the mediums probably. But everybody else is going on right now. So they have a different strategy than the other guys driving around. Maybe they're going to stretch it for one more lap. The outplayed guys just slipstreaming each other, but not having enough top speed to really bump draft each other. Or do they? Let's see on the straight, can they bump draft? Oh, he's going for the move. Shomi is going for the lead in the race. Up the inside of FredX. FredX breaks a bit early. Ooh, did they touch each other maybe? Ooh, Shomi gets a bit wide, a bit laggy, so we can't be sure about what happened exactly. And People X still driving behind here, 1.3 seconds. And still, yeah, he's making the gap between Arthur and Tyler bigger. It was 1.3 seconds, it's now 1.4. So the lap times are almost identical, but he's still a bit faster in the last couple of laps. 1:29.3 is the lap times he was driving. And what happened to the guys who already made a pit stop? Ori Ambassador Solid Ninja Snake, AMS Melvin, and HR Green already had their pit stop. Ooh, you see a big difference between HR Racing Green. He is going with a new Racing soft tires and almost 50% tank of fuel, while Ambassador is going with the medium tires and 75, or it's like 80% of fuel. So it's going to be a different strategy for everybody in this race. With also all the OP guys coming in with OP FredX, just a little bit less fuel than everybody else. Our Tyler continues his drive with the hard tires and is now the third or fourth leader. I think it's the fifth leader of the race right now. Imagine F1 having 5 leaders in one race. And I don't mean the F1 League of PSGL, of course, but the normal one, the real live one. OP Somi just coming out ahead of Ori Ambassador, so with his pit stop, he actually lost a couple positions. Also, Just & Go has made a pit stop and is into 7th place now. Only 4.5 seconds behind HR Racing Green, who is currently the virtual leader. HR Racing Green driving 4.2 seconds, 3.9 behind Fred Dude. Fred Dude, who isn't having his best race right now. Has a lot of tire wear on his left front tire. The car is just not fitting him quite well at this moment. Driving the AXR livery, Aquapack Racing, who is doing quite a lot of long endurance racing. 24 hours, I think. There is a 24-hour, 12-hour racing coming up for them as well. There we see CRG Jamie going for his pit stop. But still, Arthur and Tyler and GT7 are going with this hard tires. I think they're going to do a really long stint, like 20 laps. Then we see 11 laps or 12 laps on the mediums, and then having a really short soft stint. Because I don't think the tires will last that long. HR Racing Green getting closer and closer, and there we see Fred Dude having a bit of a mistake, going right outside of turn 4 on the exit and losing a lot of speed. We see HR Racing Green flying up there already in the 8/10. Looks like Fred Dude is also a bit of is fuel saving a bit. Can HR Racing Green pass him right here? It looks like Fred Dude is going to give up the position. And is that so? Yes, he's going to give up the position to HR Racing Green. Racing Green also going for the fastest lap in the race right now. He already has it with a 27.1, but he's getting faster and faster. You're completely right, Conte Sky. They are exactly what you say. They do have a bit more speed, but that comes at a price, and that means that you're going to use a bit of more fuel than the other cars do, like the 68s. And also Arthur and Tyler, the race leader, is going in. That means we're going to have a 6th racing leader, and it's going to be GTS92 Javi F from Argentina. Lovely to see a field full with international drivers. We have Colombia with Argentina, a lot of British guys, a lot of Italian guys. We even have a Belgium driving in this league right now. But we also have a German, of course. Like he got a lot of fanboys in the chat. Like our guy Prima Haku and other guys from Germany. So Ninja doing his fastest lap of the race on the mediums, 28.5. Look at the Racing Green. He did a 26.9 last lap. Is anybody gonna beat that right now? Is anybody on the soft tires? Just & Go is on the soft tires, but is almost a second slower, like 8/10 slower per lap right now. Also, what are the times of the guys here? It looks like the OP guys have gone for a little bit less fuel than the 65, 650 of the Ambassador. Just to try and keep up with him in the slipstream. Just stay in the slipstream and hope you can fuel save with that. Seems to be the plan. What's going on behind here? AMS Melvin has Arthur and Tyler behind him, who is on brand new racing medium tires, getting closer within 5.5 tenths, with also GTS92 Javi F going into the pits. and then we have Racing Green back into the lead of the race. Our front tire not getting really close to Melvin here in the last sector. The came really good in the last sector with all the semi-speed corners. The gap between Just and Go and H Racing Green has gone up to 7.2 seconds, which was 4.4 at the beginning of the pit stops, and even now he's going faster than his previous fastest lap time, with his left front tire going off as well. Opisomi coming a bit closer to Just and Go. It's now 1.8 seconds. It was 2 tenths slower last lap. But it's still a tight battle because Just and Go is on the softs and has to pit earlier than the other guys from Outplayed have to, just like Ori Ambassador, who's losing a bit of pace compared to Opisomi. Somi has a 27.9 as past lap. Ori Ambassador has a 28.0. It's just a little bit of a difference, but still, if you can just gain 1 tenth per lap, you're gonna win the race by 4.1 seconds, so I'll take it. Ori Ambassador going with a new personal best, but also Somi is doing quite well. Ooh, he went wide over there, lost a lot of time, isn't going for a new faster lap, but Ambassador is with a 27.7 on the medium tires. We're gonna take a look at that later in the race. Box getting a bit close to Ambassador. The gap is now 6.5 tenths, and look at the times. Like, Ambassador is not even in the slipstream. He is just slightly in the slipstream of Somi, and he's just driving away from Pitbox. Like, the gap was just 6.5 tenths before a straight, and after so it's like even within the slipstream he gets to 8 tenths. Insane. Also, Ambassador getting some love in the chat. Just slightly slower than Opisomi the last couple of laps. Gap went down from 1.7 seconds to 1.3. So it's just closing in slowly and slowly. Every lap just gaining 2 tenths. Trying not to burn up their tires. The racing stuff's not going as bad as well. I think tire life, yeah, it's just 5%, 10% more tire wear on the softs right now for Racing Green, compared to the guys on the mediums following him in P3, 4 and 5. Now we actually have 7 of the Outplayed guys just following each other, with Solid Snake behind there in P8. And what's going on here? Tyler has made a mistake which cost him 3 seconds. So that's a big track limit penalty he got over here. He's gonna have to serve it, and where is P11? He's quite far behind. So I think he will only lose 1 place, but that's good for Amos Melvin, so he can get quite a good gap between him and Amos, our friend Tyler. I think so. Well, it depends on this guy, because I think like if he can put on he has to drive a minimum of 11 laps in the. Let me see. He has to drive he has to drive 11 laps on the mediums. So he's driven 12 laps on the soft on the hard tires. I think he can do like 20 laps on the mediums, to be honest. I think it's possible. I don't know if it's a good choice, but I think it's possible. So you can do it with the 2-stop, but it's going to be quite special. I think it's going to all come together at the end of the race. At least it depends on what's going to happen here, because Jet and Go is going to hold up the queue a bit, I think. But also he's going to go in very shortly, because he doesn't really have the fuel that the other guys have. So we really close on the bumper. Let's see if he can go past before turn 7. He's in the slipstream. Is the Ferrari as fast as 650? It doesn't look like it. So he go OP Somi is going up the inside. Shifting up to the second gear. Is he gonna brake at around like 14 meters? Oh, maybe gives a tap to Jet and go. Doesn't really look like it. But his left front tire is almost gone. Is he gonna fight back over here with this? And is Ambassador also gonna take advantage of the time Just and Go lost? It looks like it, yeah, up the inside into the last sector. And up to P4 or P3 in the race and can just follow Somi around. Just and Go now in P4. P-Box is just about too far behind. But I think Just and Go is gonna go in this lap anyway. And that means he has done 9 laps on his soft tires. Look at Ferrari's front tires, damn. I think he can drive 10 laps on the soft tires. That's a bit of a stretch. He's driving now 127.6 compared to Somi who's doing a 127.8. So we're getting a bit to the area where the mediums are going to be faster than the softs, but it's like it fluctuates a bit. It's a good line between the bank boy going up to P8 into turn 8, all flat out right here. And here we see the power of the 650. Look at the time going in the corner. He was faster with the 68, but look at this. You can see it was 11.1. It's gonna be like 11.23 at the end of the lap. 2.5. So he wins about 1.5 tenths on that straight. Is he gonna do one more lap? Is he gonna go in? He's gonna go in lap 21. So he's gonna do 9 laps on softs. That's what everybody's going to do. So indeed, I think it's gonna be a 3-stopper for HR Racing Green. Just as Conti is saying, probably a 3-stopper. Ambassador only 4 tenths behind, and the gap between P-Box is gaining and gaining. Like he's gaining time between him and P-Box. The gap was 1.2 and is now 2.0. OP FedEx also falling a bit behind. Now let's see, can Ambassador go for P1? Somi is taking a very defensive line. Doesn't want to give up the P1 position. A little bit of a twitch from Ambassador, maybe saying I don't want to attack, I just want to go as fast as we can. Only 2.5 tenths, taking a wide line. He's going to have a good exit out of the 9, corner number 9. But just not close enough right now. Also saving a bit of fuel, I think, because he isn't gaining as much as he can, like we already saw he can. Taking a good line, seeing Somi go all over the place. I have used the replay mode, but I haven't seen a situation on track where I had to use it. So I have not used it in the last 5-6 laps. But I have used it in a race, because if you look in chat, you can also see people asking how it works and that kind of stuff. XL33 going into 13th place right now. Just 3 seconds behind Jut and Go, who was just driving in P2 a couple laps ago, who made his second pit stop. Also going for the 3-stop. Here is the gap between Ambassador. Ooh, the gap is closer now. It's only 2.5 tenths, which was 4 tenths the lap prior. Is he going up the inside? No, he's just staying behind. Oh, he wants to give the bump draft to Somi and just drive away from P3 and P4, which he's doing quite well because the gap is now turning to 2.6 seconds, almost 2.7. anybody in the slipstream train here. No overtakes, seeing anybody on track. I think, yeah, the closest we can see on track is right over here. Ambassador in the slipstream of Somi. But just not going for the move. Looking for a good exit over here. Now, 4.5 tenths is just too far away. Gap now 3.5 tenths, and also Box is getting a bit closer, but the difference is just minimal, like 2 tenths at tops. Or Ambassador just wants to drive, save a bit of fuel, save a bit of tires, so he can just overtake them in the pits. They're trying to get they want to do 9 laps on the soft tires, which means they will have to go until lap 32, so 8 more laps on the mediums. I don't know. Maybe they can stretch it, but I don't know. Where is H Racing Green? He's currently in P8 over here, just driving in on the tail of R4M Tyler. He's going to get past, maybe in this sector, is just driving 3.5 tenths faster than his previous fast lap of the race. But now he gets some traffic. Ooh, side-by-side action with R4M Tyler. Is it going to work? Not right now. He's still in P8, but he tried it in the last sector. Way faster in this corny section. Really close. Let's see. Yeah, our friend Tyler puts on his left blinker saying go on the left, you're faster right now, so go past me into the first corner. But let's see what happened between these two guys in the last sector. We see him closing up, taking a wide line, doing a switchback. He thought he had enough speed, but just was too far behind. Our friend Tyler didn't really see him on the curb and just gave him a little nudge. Yeah, the lag is not really optimal, but I thought there was a really big gap between P1 and P2, but it's not really as bad as it looks. Ambassador still driving in P2, 2.5 tenths, or even 1.5 tenths. They're getting close to a pit stop because you see Ambassador trying to push a bit more, trying to push Somi in a bit of a mistake. And even though the left front tire of Somi is going off really fast right now, you can see Ambassador really on the tail of Somi. Is he going to go past into the first corner right here? Is Somi going to go in? No, Somi is not going to go in. I think Ambassador really knows he's losing time right now. So is he going to go past in the first corner? Still stays behind Somi. Yeah, he's still gaining time on the guys behind. Gap now 3.5 seconds almost. And there it is, AMS Melvin going in for his second stop, and I think with that he's going for a 2-stop as well. And here we see Ambassador going for a move at the lead of the race. I think he is. Is he going to bump drift? No, he's going to go for the move up the inside into the 7th corner. Somi is going off throttle, and there we have it. Ambassador back in the lead of the race. Somi also going in at the end of this lap, or maybe the next lap, depends on how much fuel he has. Like you can see it in the left downside corner that it's almost gone. Losing 6 tenths on his personal best right now. HR Racing Green going up in 6th place because of the pit stop of Melvin. Is Somi gonna go in this lap? Ooh, Ambassador going a bit wide. You have to be careful there. You can get a penalty there. And that's what I said. Like, you can get a penalty, and that's what he gets with half a second. It's not that bad, but still, it's not something you want to have in a race where it's close on time. Let's see, where is P6? P6. H Racing Green is still 10 seconds behind Pepitox. And he's driving a 1:26.9 last lap. Let's see what it is now. Is he gonna do another fastest lap? Doesn't look like it. Ooh, really close, but not quite well. And he is around 1.5 seconds faster per lap than the guys in front of him. Ambassador has the service penalty right here. 1.5 a second. Is Somi gonna go past? It doesn't look like it. He has the overspeed, but is he gonna make the move up the inside? No, he isn't. He's gonna stick behind and stay in second position. And yeah, he's gonna go in at the end of this lap. Same for the other guys outplayed. Maybe they can go another lap, but surely Somi can't. And Ambassador still has the tires and fuel for 2 more laps. 2 more laps put him on 29. That means he has to drive 12 laps on the softs. Everybody now has done his requirement for the tires. Everybody has driven 11 laps on every single form of tires, which is necessary, like for the hards and the mediums. You can do how many laps you want on the softs. And there you see Somi going up the inside of the last corner and going into the pits. And everybody else from outplayed is also going into the pits, and you see the fuel difference. I want to see where Fred comes out at the end of the pit stop, because he has like 10 liters more than Somi at the end. And Ambassador is just carrying on. He's gonna go for this lap, maybe in this lap, maybe in the next lap. But I wonder where the guys from outplayed are gonna go to. Are they gonna go to the softs? Are they gonna drive 14 laps on the softs? It's really, I don't think so. 3 stops in racing. Ooh, another on the mediums. That's quite interesting, to be honest. 2 drives on the mediums. Well, of course, they don't have to use the softs. So, I get what they do. I get what they are doing. I think it's the same as Ambassador is going to do. Just take another set of mediums. Because I think it's too dangerous to take a set of softs for only 12 laps, when everybody who's driving on softs can only do 9 laps. Is he gonna go in as well? I think he is. Yeah, taking the short line, going off throttle a bit and up into the left side, into the pit lane. The question is, where is he gonna come out compared to this OP Somi and OP FredX? And what is going on here between these guys? Oh, Sergio Jamie is driving in front of OP Somi. It's a bit of a traffic block. Somi with his brand new tires, way faster than Sergio Jamie. But can't go up the inside. Oh, he can, because Jamie made a bit of a mistake. Or was there a touch? I didn't quite see that very well. And there we have it. Ambassador going in, getting some fuel in. But where is Somi? Where is he gonna come out? Let's see from his perspective. Where is the car? Ambassador going on the softs. He's doing a risky challenge and going on the softs with the... Ooh, that's gonna be a hard one. He's gonna be way faster in the first couple of laps because of his he has overspeed with the McLaren, and also with the softs really they're much faster in the corners than compared with the mediums. But I think the race is gonna go too long for him to keep the softs really in a good shape. So maybe in the end everything can come together quite well. We see some moves happening over here. Yeah, it's Sergio Jamie losing 2 positions in the straight. His left front tire is all the way in the red. That means it's just 100% tire deck, and the rotation is just gone. You can see it over here, how fast the outplayed guys can get away. Is Pepito's also gonna take advantage of the tire degradations of Jamie? It doesn't look like it. Maybe at the end of the lap. Difference is 1.4 seconds. The difference between, let's see, HR Racing Green, what's the difference between the guys behind? Like 25 seconds with Ambassador now driving on the softs. I wonder how long they can stretch the softs. maybe I don't know. We go for an extra stop. Honestly, I don't know. The two outplayed guys fight together for P6. Two different cars. It's the Toyota 68 versus the GT4 Cayman of the Porsche. He's not going up the inside, so they're just staying together, helping each other to get closer to the front of the field. The gap between Ambassador and H Racing Green is staying the same, around the 24.2 seconds a lap. And he is going in right now, so the gap was 24.2 seconds. And we also know that H Racing Green has to do 11 laps on the mediums. So he's going to go in for the mediums right now. There he is with tires, and he still has to refuel, and there already Ambassador already is. Where is Racing Green going to come out? Still refueling. It's going to be a long stretch for him. I don't think this was the best strategy call, but yeah, you can always say that in hindsight. The gap between Ambassador and Somi is now 4.1 seconds with somebody getting blue flags. It's Fred Dude, yeah, it's our Belgian driver Fred Dude getting some blue flags. It starts with the same ladder, so. No, I agree with you, Conte. Like the 68. Honestly, I'm not really a fan of the 68. I'm more of a front wheel drive, so my favorite, like, I don't really race a lot anymore in GT7, but on GT Sport I really love to drive the Audi TT. But yeah, they're doing a superb job. I can't do it like that you can. Everybody's still driving in the same slipstream. Slipstream is key right here around this track. We can already maybe take a look at what's coming up in the next couple of races. I have to look it up though. Yeah, the next race is gonna be with let me just take a look. Is there a schedule anywhere? Don't really see it at the moment. We see here that AMSL Melvin has some company. Our friend Tyler going for P7 in the race. Up the inside in turn 7, and the Aston Martin takes it from the Porsche Cayman and now can simply drive away from Melvin. Melvin has a little bit more tire degradation on his mediums. It means that he has done like 1 or 2 laps more than Tyler has. And maybe Tyler can now drive away from Melvin. Already has a bit of a gap. With 5/10s coming into this corner, 4.5. Also, the Argentina GTS92 driver has pitted, and that means that Ambassador is back in the lead of the race. With a 1:27.1, he is not the fastest on track. He doesn't have the fastest lap, but he is the fastest on track. Having a 5.1 second lead onto OP Somi, but is it going to be enough for when the tire degradation really is kicking in? OP Big Box and Fred X still working together. Sometimes trying to bump off each other when they're close enough. Trying to get closer to their to the teammate on P2. Trying to get a full outplayed podium. The only one in the way right now is OP Ambassador, I want to say, but Ore Ambassador. P-Box going for his fastest personal lap. Only half a tenth faster than he was previously. Going a bit wide into the last corner. Can he go for his fastest personal lap? I don't think so. I made a bit of a mistake in the last sector. And that's where we see it, yeah. HR Racing Green still 3.2 seconds behind this, but he's getting closer. Within 27.5, he's doing half a second faster than his drivers in front of him. Also the gap in front as he can slink a little bit. It was 5.1, now 4.9. Means somebody made a bit of a mistake. Second OP P-Dogs getting a bit out of shape there. Also having a 2.5 difference between his teammates in front of him, and also HR Racing Green getting closer and closer. The difference now only 2.7 seconds. What's happening behind here? We can see that Javi has taken up the softs underneath his car and is doing some personal best and getting close to Amos Melvin, trying to take the 8th place in the race. Can he do it? It's only 2.9 seconds, so I think in a lap or two he will be at the back of Amos Melvin. We're gonna come back to that after we watch what the gap is in front of the field. It's still 4.9, 5.0 seconds with 6 laps to go. Are the softs going to make it? I think the softs, like, it's really good tire saving what Ore Ambassador is doing right now, because he's really doing quite a well job keeping those softs alive. We saw me getting away from the guys here behind him. 3.5 seconds is the gap right now, and also the gaps between these guys are not changing as well. 2.1 for P-Box on 2 P-Box. And 2.6 for H Racing Green. So we're gonna take a look behind what's going on here. Let's just watch a lap in the cockpit view of what GTS92 Javi V is seeing right now. Going into the 4th gear, out exit of turn 7 into 5th, shifting a bit early. Seeing Melvin in front of him. Melvin who has a back marker in front of him. No, it's Arfam. Ooh, who's that? Oh, it's Fred Dude. Sorry. I thought there was someone who has a wheel issue or something else, but it was Fred Dude just having the blue flags. Just going out of the way. Honestly, as far as I know, we don't have points for fast lap, but you will have to ask one of the admins. Amos Melvin getting a bit closer to Tyler, but his tire wear is, yeah, not the best. Gap in front now 5.4 seconds. Ambassador creating an even bigger gap. Ooh, Racing Green made a bit of a mistake somewhere, and only 3.2 seconds between him and Pepitox means that he had a mistake half second. We see it on the timing screens. A 1:28.0. He was doing quite consistent lap times. And what's this? Yeah, Javi is coming to Melvin. He's getting really close, almost within a second, and there it is, within a second. Getting in the slipstream with his McLaren. And we have already seen... Is still not right? Wait, am I done? Yeah, it's a McLaren. I was looking like it. Is that a Honda NSX? But I'm getting a bit crazy. Gap between him and Melvin is still 0.8 of a second. Maybe on the next straight he can take him. .1:27.8 for Javi, and the lap time of Melvin was a 1:28.7, so it means he's only 0.9 faster per lap. Let's see what he can do in the slips. Ooh, Javi made a bit of a mistake going wide into the grass. Don't get a best exit because of that, but still Melvin is going to be caught by Javi sooner or later. Gap now 5.5 tenths. Look at him go, look at him run. See how close he can get. Can he go into the move for turn 7? I think the gap is too big. Yeah. Taking a wide exit into the next race. Yeah, here he goes. Has a really good exit onto Melvin into corner number 8 and 9. Domination going for a wide line with a switchback, and then into the entry of the third sector. He's gonna take it up the inside. Melvin tries to fight back a bit, maybe for a switchback. No, it doesn't work. Melvin stays in P9 and Javi is up to P8 and maybe can even go into P7 at the end of the race. Still 4 laps to go. Gap between Ambassador and Shomi is 6 seconds right now. The gap is only increasing. Ooh, and we see a penalty for P-Box, half a second penalty for track limits. And also Racing Green is getting a bit closer to Pepitox. Only 2.0 seconds. Oh, and we see Racing Green going a bit wide there, losing a bit of time. Maybe getting a track limit, I don't think so. But still, here is Pitbox getting a penalty. That means he's gonna move out of the slipstream. And maybe that gives the last podium spot to FredX. Currently, Somi finally getting a bit of time back from Ambassador. Let's see how these laps, like how all the times are gonna do. Racing Green having a really good lap. Really doesn't have as much tire wear as Pepito has, and now the gap is only 1.5 seconds with only 3 laps to go. Can he make the move for P5 in the game, in the race? It's getting closer and closer. How about Tyler and Javi? Gap is 1.3. Javi has managed to pull away from Melvin and is now really getting close to Tyler as well. Still, we go back to Pitox, who is being chased by Racing Green. The gap now only 1.3 seconds. Pitox has no slipstream. That means that Racing Green has a big advantage coming up on the straight. Gap was 1.39, and I think he's going to win the 10th about. Also has a bit more fuel to use. Yeah, we see like only almost 2 tenths he gains only on the straight. And let's see how his exit is. He's a really good exit, so he's gonna move really close into the 1 seconds. Gap between P1 still 6.0 seconds. The soft's getting there at the end. But I think he's gonna manage it and take the W. Maybe I just jinxed him with the commentator's curse, but we don't know yet. Back to P5. It's Racing Green with this with this fast lap. Getting into the slipstream of Pepitox. Pepitox has to drive really fast in the last 2 laps to keep his P5. Now only 0.8 of a second. Let's see from his cockpit view what he can see. Here we see the McLaren hunting on the Cayman. Is he gonna do it this lap? Is it gonna happen next lap? Or isn't it gonna happen at all? He only has 1.5 lap to go to make this move. Going into the 6/10 gap. Everybody getting a bit closer to each other than they were a lap before. Tires getting at the end of their life. Ooh, Racing Green getting into the lap within 0.5 of a second. He's gonna go for it, not this lap I think, but the next lap. Surely he has a chance to go up to P5. Quite close in the last sector, the gap only 0.3 of a second. Now 0.4. His mediums have just so much more tire life in them. Gap in front is slinking as well, but what is it in front? 6.7 seconds. Going into the last lap, Ambassador has quite a big lead. Hopefully he doesn't run out of fuel. But what happens here in the front? OP Pepitox fighting for his life to keep this P5. But the Racing Green really wants to take it. It's only 3.5 tenths behind on this straight. Is it going to happen here? Is Pepitox going to fight for it? Is it going to defend the inside? Or is Racing Green already going to go past him before the braking zones are starting? Pepitox really taking the defensive line. This is what we want to see. Good racing. Up into turn 7, the Banky Boy. Is he gonna go up the inside? Oh no, he can't go up the inside. Is it gonna be a switchback? He has the pace. Does he have the traction on the inside? Inside turns to the outside. On the last lap, is Racing Green gonna take P5? He is. He has passed Pepitox in the slipstream. Can he fight back maybe? Going into the last sector, no, Pepitox can't really take it, and that means we're going up to the first, to Ori Ambassador, who's gonna win the first race of this Constructor Championship in P1, sliding over the line. He's happy with that. Then we're gonna look at OP Somi in P2, also happy with it. The rest of the podium is also gonna be taken by outplayed drivers. OP Fred on P3, P-Box P4, Racing Green P5, and Pepitox finish eventually in P6 by being passed in the last lap of the race. What's gonna happen here between the RFM Tyler and Javi? Is Javi gonna take it on the line? RFM Tyler still P7? Yes, he takes it, and Javi managed to get P8 in the end by overtaking AMS Melvin a couple laps ago. Melvin finished P9. P10 eventually is gonna go to Jut and Go. If he doesn't run out of fuel, I don't think he will. So P10 will be for Jut and Go. Behind him, solid Ninja Snake going in P11. P12 is gonna be for XL33. 13th place for CRG Jamie, and eventually we're gonna have to wait a little bit because Fred Dude hasn't reached the final sector yet, and he only has 26 seconds to finish the race. Is he gonna make it? I don't think so, but we'll see. This is the race. Is Fred Dude gonna make the finish line? It's gonna be close, but I don't think he's gonna make it. 6-5-4, no, he's not gonna make it to the line, but Fred Dude is eventually gonna finish in 14th place, ladies and gentlemen. That was it. Let's look at the results. Ori Ambassador finishes in P1 with the 650S. OP Somi with the Toyota 68 on his P2. The last place on the podium is for OP Fredex with also the Toyota 68. Then we see a Cayman GT4 on P4 with outplayed P-Box. P5 is for H Racing Green with the 650S. P6 for OP Pepitox with the Cayman GT4. The F-Type GT4 is finishing on P7 with on P8 another 650S. We go to P9 where we see another Cayman GT4. Jut and Go managed to clinch on P10 with the with the 458 Italian GT4 Ferrari. Solid Ninja is on P11 with the V8 Vantage GT4. XL33 is with the S-Less AMG GT4 managed on P12. P13 is for the WRX of CRT Jamie. Fred Dude is the last one to finish in this race with his Toyota's S68 GT4. And unfortunately we had an early retirement for Vanquish Catfish, who had an internet failure. That was it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching this race. I hope you're back next time. We're gonna be back in Sardinia, I think, with the GT3 cars. I hope I'll see you soon, and thank you for watching, and have a great evening.
Desperately trying to hang on. He's got the inside. Oh, here he's through on the left-hand side. Hooks the apex, gets on the power nicely, and that is job done. Jarno Opmeer now to the last couple of corners now. His finest drive, his greatest drive, and he's done it at the Circuit of the Americas. He returns to the top step of the podium. Once again, the ghost is back. Jarno Opmeer wins the US Grand Prix in a stunning Grand Prix.